Great to see you, Patrick.
Thank you.
How have you been?
Fantastic.
You are a legend. Do you know that?
No.
You are a legend. When is superstar wetu bana?
You know, you are my greatest hero.
Sana, I'm humbled, bro.
Thank you.
Hebu niambie, watu wengi wameniambia nikuulize, wewe unaendesha safarali. Ukiwa kwa barabara ya kawaida, unapitaga gari vile unapita kwa safarali. Unajichocha.
Hapana, mimi nategemea sheria za barabarani.
Ndio. Ujoishikwa na watu wa speed?
Siku moja pale Thika Road nilishikwa 180.
180.
Lakini yule inspector akaniangalia kauliza, "Sasa wewe ni Patrick Njiru?" Basi wewe enda.
Nataka umwambie uko na brother anaendaga hizo speed.
Huyu hapa.
Na ni Demio. So do you find yourself competing with matatu drivers?
Hao jamaa hatari sana bwana. Wale wana sheria zao peke yao.
Ushapatia mmoja gari ya safarali akaendesha?
Mambo ya safari rally. Wajua ile sasa mpaka upate co-driver kama vile wewe.
Right.
Mnakaa pamoja. Ndio siku moja tulikuwa tunataka kutengeneza matatu rally tuone vile wanaendelea. Lakini hii ingine wajua mpaka ukae na ukiwa kwa stage. Uko na co-driver anakuambia kama ufunge macho barabara uione, anakuambia 200 meters easy left, 300 meters medium right, 400 double caution slow right, keep to the right. Yani zile shorthand uzioni, lakini you can drive the car just by turning the steering the way he's talking, and there is another car in front of you you want to overtake and the dust is being thrown at 200 kph. You can imagine, and you are following him. Sasa inakuwa ni kitu ambacho ni tofauti kabisa. Ile matatu driving na really professional driving ni kama vile unaona umepewa kipawa, wewe unafurahisha watu hapa hati hawaendi kununua sukari,
wamenunua.
Yani roho zinakuwa na furaha, hata sukari haitajiki kwa brain. So manake unafurahi tu.
So this co-driver, and who has been your co-driver, Khan?
I've been having Abdusidi as my co-driver.
Right.
And then I had Njiru, who won also the Kenya National Rally Championship.
Right.
So the most important person in that car is the co-driver, because he's the person managing
the whole thing.
For example, let's say in a stage of 60 kilometers, he wants to tell you you have done the first 30 kilometers in 8 minutes and you are doing a speed of 195. He wants you to move to 205 so that you can do it within the next 6 minutes to be able to cover the stage times.
Na kumbe hakuna gari tunaendesha. Ni mafuta. Again, uko driver inakaa lazima kuwe competent sana. Haezi kuwa na kunradhi si matuzi, haezi kuwa kigugumizi na utagoma, si ndio?
Hapana.
Umegonga.
Manake mkifika kama kule Taita Hills kwa mfano, ambapo every corner has a direction. Unaona like medium left downhill into slow right, tightens to hairpin, and uphill medium left over brow is rocks, keep to the left. You know, the whole song sings and the car you are just flowing it up like that.
So how long do you practice with your co-driver ndio uweze ku get your rhythm, because clearly wewe unaendesha tu, yeye ndio macho yako?
You see, wakati wa safari zetu tulikuwa tunaenda kama safari ni 5,000 kilometers. Sisi tulikuwa tunaenda kama 16,000 kilometers of practice. Tuna practice 16,000 kilometers. Hapa during the Easter period, wakati kama huu, before that Thursday kama ya leo ikianza, tumepiga ule mkondo kutoka Nairobi kwenda Mombasa, kutoka second leg kutoka Nairobi mpaka Chengani mpaka Nairobi, mkondo wa tatu kutoka Nairobi, Embu, Nyeri, kurudi through Thika. 5,000 kilometers. You do those about 3 times. Then you have 1,000 kilometers of setting the car, seeing it is behaving to the standard that you are doing. Na usisahau wakati huo ni wakati wa usiku. Tuna drive wakati wa usiku. Kama in 1990 kule Churchill Hills tulipata pancha. Kusimama tukabadilisha na kulikuwa kunanyesha. After the mud hole tuliporudi kubadilisha kukata hivi. Simba 5 walikuwa wanalala chini. So it's very good and very interesting, really. But once you do it in a professional.
Once you're professional?
You are a professional.
Now you are supposed to change those tires very fast with your co-driver.
In 90 seconds. 90 seconds, you change a tire.
Na unajua watu wengi hapo wangeshikiwa, we spana. Hiyo kuitisha vitu, hiyo tu mungeita Simba.
Manake
na sio ule alikuwa amechelewa mlolongo wakapatikana hapo
Mombasa. Ni mpangilio. Manake kila gari ya rally tunabeba tairi 2.
Yeah.
Sasa jack inakuwa kwa mguu wa co-driver. Jack inawekwa pale chini ya mguu wake. Wheel spanner inawekwa upande wa mlango wangu. Tukisimamisha, mimi naanza kufungua zile wheel nut. Ashatoa jack akaweka pale kwa ule mguu. Akaenda kuanza kufungua spare wheel. Akitoka pale nishapiga ile jack juu, nimeweka mguu ni kufunga. Wakati wa kwanza kufunga, mimi nimemwachia sasa, mimi nimerudi kwa kiti ndio nianze kujifunga ile 5 point. Kufunga hapa, hapa, na hapa, na hapa, na hapa. 5 point. Sasa yeye akiingia naweza kuanza ku take off slowly. That's why it takes 90 seconds.
Let me ask, do we still have some drivers in the house here? Do we still have some drivers in the house? Watu wa Subaru wanaonaga na mbio tu na hakuna mahali mnaenda. Na watu wa Probox, by the way. Do you have one memorable safari you'll never forget, by the way?
Yes, 1990 safari. 1990 safari, when we won the World Group N, we drove for 23 hours non-stop. Non-stop.
Hakuna kulala, hakuna kulagomba.
Kutoka Nairobi, kwenda the whole of Sotik. Kufika Sotik, mud hole na mvua ile ilikuwa imenyesha, haijaonekana Kenya. Haki, Wamasai walitoka. Bjorn Waldegaard, Kanku Union, Mickey Biason, wote walikuwa mbele yangu. Walikuwa wamekwama hapa. Walikuja wakainua gari yote na mkono, wakaniweka namba mbele moja. Kuvuka, tulipovuka tukasema hapana, wacha tusaidie hao wengine wote watoke.
Right.
Actually, that's what made me become a very good sportsman, because they said I was not jealous, I was not, I did not do bad things, because I allowed them to go in ahead of us, and then we followed. And that's the rally when we finished 5th overall.
Otherwise, mungemaliza number 1.
Number 1.
Mimi ningewaacha. Ningewaacha hao. Wewe ungewangojea? Ningewaacha. That's great. That's great.
Manake sportsmanship is right. Good. Yeah. Because after that, what it did was something very unique.
Yeah.
When you start talking about professional driver, when you hear a professional driver, you talk a different language. The language is of zeros. Whenever you have a contract and anybody wants to come and sign that contract with you, you go to the contract, you look at it, you just tell him, look, I'm happy, change the figure in front and a 0 at the end.
Now hii suit you are telling me about, hii costume.
This suit is fantastic. It's actually one of the best things that you can have, because as you know, the rally car is half gas. Half gas ni ile mafuta ya ndege iko na very high explosion, because it burns at about 106 octane rate. The octane rate of that, it can be more explosive than an atomic bomb. If that tank flies out, if that tank catches fire and it explodes, it's like something that you have never seen. But this suit, you see here, even if that car is engulfed by fire completely, you are totally okay. And anybody coming to rescue you doesn't have to do anything else, because he doesn't know where you are injured maybe that time. They just come and hold here and lift you up. They lift you up from this one, both from both sides. And as a result of that, you find yourself that now you are out and then you are laid down there because most of the injuries are actually committed by the people who are trying to help you. I remember in 1995 when we had that bad accident at Olete Pesi, we were lying third in the safari rally and Abdusidi said, look, the guys ahead of us are only 2 minutes. We know this place very well and we can be able to go quicker than the way you think. So, you know, when you start getting now excited and then you are seeing that, because I remember, you are not very wrong, that morning we had been promised by there was a ranking at that time. There was FIA 1, 2, 3. If you are up to number 3, you got FIA A seeding. If you became number 4, 5, and 6, you got FIA B seeding. That you would always be given a top priority in any other rallies that you attend or where you are. So when we entered the FIA Class 1, the boss said, Mr. Koseki, he said, I think you can do it. You can win this rally. If you win this rally, both of you, each gets a brand new car. So now talking to Abdul, he's telling me, you know, we were promised a car. Every stage we started, we were promised a brand new car. Every stage we started. So what happened was, after Olete Pesi, we did a service whereby the rally car carries 120 liters of avgas. Because every kilometer, it goes 2 kilometers to 1 liter. 1 liter it consumes. That's how, because of the BHP, you are producing 300 plus BHP.
Hizo hatuelewi lakini endelea. Watu wanajifanya hapa mna concentrate na hakuna. Sasa watu walianguka physics hapa vibaya.
Vile anavyokuambia ni kwamba the car becomes very powerful and very good. That's why it's completely different from there. Somewhere down the line, as you keep on guessing, like human being, I had 600 Easy King. Easy King is just suppose you lift the accelerator and you go. But unfortunately, it was tighter because in racing, you follow the line and the speed force travels on a straight line. So you always got to be straight as much as you can. As much as you can. You have to be straight. Because most of the corners, you try to go out and come in to get the apex so that you are as straight as you can. And that way, in that one place, we missed it. We tripped one side, the car flew over 5 times before we rolled 7 times. But it never exploded. And thank God, out of all those things, the only place where I was hurt, no doctor in Nairobi hospital could be able to find out. Imagine, because when we were rolling, I tried to left foot the brake so that we could be able to stop quickly. And my left foot went in between the clutch and the brake. So as we were rolling in, it was here. They twisted the ankle. My ankle was twisted there. But because all the time I was on the stretcher, I could not be able to know where the pain was. So after they took me through ICU, then that was a different story because I was so alert. You know, then the next day in the morning, I was crying, get me out of this place. Then I was taken the next one to HDU. Then from there, I was taken to the normal room, but all of it in the stretch. The day they came, say, you are okay, you can be able to go. I came, I walked down the stairs. The pain was so strong that I could not be able to believe. And then I did not want to tell any doctor that I had anything because they would be able to hold me again there. But to cut a long story short, anyway, it went on and on and on. After I got out, because now I could not be able to say, when AAR was sent the bill, they called me to ask me, was this your bill? I said, yes. What was you doing with a gynecologist? Because it's really part of these things that you see we really enjoy. But to be very frank and very appreciative of you people, you are so great. I've never seen a club like this in Africa. This is great. I think you really deserve a big hand. And for him, really, this is a great man for what you do.
Great. And let me tell you, to have Patrick Njiru on the show, we are more than humbled. You're the living treasures we always look forward to. And I know millions of Kenyans, wale wanatizama nyumbani, wale walikuwa napiga safarali na mawe Kisumu. Kama Mumbo, wacha Patrick apite. You, Elisha, do you miss those Easter days? You know, when Easter was Easter, what is the one thing you miss about Easter?
I tell you, to be very honest, you know, Easter was just associated with, you know, safari rallying. And to date, I can tell you, and you crowds who are here, I really tell you, there's not a single day that I go without meeting somebody asking me, habari ya safari rally, ilifanyeje, ilikuwaje? Everybody whom I meet, and I think it's going to come back. It's going to come back, including our number one citizen. The same question is, what happened to the safari rally? So really, it is such a great thing, and the way we were enjoying Thursday, I know now we would be sleeping in Mombasa night, waiting for the 5 a.m. in the morning to start off tomorrow, to be able to start coming up back to Nairobi, have a rest or tomorrow night, and then Saturday start the long one up that side until Sunday when we come back again and we start going to the eastern side. Fabulous. It's something you cannot really be able to explain. I cannot have really good words to be able to explain to you that feeling, because it's such a big feeling. You know, you feel like you are in another world, somewhere where I've gone halfway but then come back.
Let me tell you. How many have ridden on a safari rally car? Wangapi washaendeshwa gari ya safari rally? Yeah? Let me tell you. Patrick Njiru amenipatia lift. Hakuna rai kwa hapo. You go thinking about yourself. Now wamekufunga everywhere. Now, Patrick, apart from now the magari nini, what else do you do for fun? Do you have a favorite song? You know, what do you do for fun?
I like one thing. Music is part of me.
What kind of music?
As you know, music is the food of love.
What kind of music?
I have got, you know, Jim Reeves. You know, I'm an old man now today.
Which Jim Reeves song?
You know, when you look at me and him here, I'm now 60.
Oh, you don't.
I'm now 60. So you know, when I tell you Jim Reeves, you know, when you hear the country songs of Jim Reeves.
Which song? Which song in particular?
Don't let me cross over that cheating line. I'm a Joseph Kamaru. Yule alikuwa.
Lazima Kamaru ingilie mahali.
Joseph. Daddy knows you.
No.
You know those songs, you know those.
No, play it. The band is going to help you. Okay. You are Kamaru.
Daddy knows you alinga murango. Tondora yoko gedie komo hingorera. Nadongejera knows you arianake. Angekoro ane onyendete jera knows you daddy. That's our legend, Joseph.
How?
Daddy knows you kawa waringa murango. Tondora yuka ogedie komo hingorera. Nandungi jira knows you.
Can you wait for us?
Anyway, that's the best I can be able to do for you tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
One last word to Kenyans. I know millions are watching, especially wale wa zama zile.
I really nawashukuru sana wakati huu wa Easter. Mimi ningefurahi sana kweli kama tungekuwa pamoja na nyinyi, na mimi nikiona hawa wenzetu hapa really nafurahi kuliko anything. Yes, asanteni sana for coming. I hope also you can come into the rally car and you see how it goes, so that you have that feeling.
Beba. Mshaini beba.
Asante.
Jamhuri.
Oh yes, kweli kule Jamhuri Showground. Wakati ule wa ile nini ya Rotary Club.
Yeah, Rotary.
How was it?
Scary.
Asante. Jamani, really, I tell you, it's such a pleasure to be invited here tonight. I'm really so grateful because this is one of the best shows that you can ever be able to get around. And when you see our own made in Kenya, by our own Kenyans, But really, let's give Mwalimu a big hand because he's incredible. He's
Thank
the one
you.
who has made this thing
Thank
be
you,
where it
bro.
is.
I appreciate it.
Asanteni sana.
I appreciate it.
I love
Thank
you
you,
all.
Patrick Njiru.
I love you all.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Let's appreciate Patrick Njiru.